One, two, three. Okay, we are starting our lesson. Today we are focusing on pie charts and dot plots, two very interesting diagram kind of tools for us to interpret information from graphs and then answer the questions using data provided. So let's have a discussion. Look at this particular chart here. It shows you the spoken languages in Australia. Um, as you can see, more than 3/4 of the population actually speaks English. Okay. Um, one good thing about pie chart is actually it can show us, the proportion, roughly, which one is the most common, which one is the least common, make comparison in terms of the size of the sector for each of the component in the pie chart. Okay, as you can see, there are quite a lot of minority kind of languages being spoken in the country. Okay, but bear in mind this is based on the results of what 27 million people. So if you look at it in terms of percentage, 1.6% of 26 million people is quite a fair bit of number, isn't it? Oh, okay, good. Next one. This shows you the budget given to the various aspect within the economy. Of course, again, by just having a quick glance at it, we can see that a big proportion actually goes to the welfare of a country. So in any welfare kind of countries, one of the very common thing that is always correlated to the taxes collected. So that's why in our country, our taxes collected is actually quite high compared to some other countries. Okay, because the taxes are being used to support people who are less advantaged, or should I say less, who are less advantaged as compared to those people who are working. Okay, so that's why that's a good indication. And from here, you can see the amount of money being spent for each of the component. Of course, education is very much related to what we do in school, because a lot of these funds will actually go to the teacher's salary, building new schools, adding infrastructures to schools. So the government will set aside a certain sum of money to be given to school on yearly basis. So moving on to today's session, today's work on pie chart. Basically, you just need to interpret the graphs carefully, look at them, make some statements about it, and then answer the question. As I can see very clearly that strawberry is actually about 1/4 of the whole size, and chocolate is about half the whole size, and there are 96 people um, at the ice cream parlor. So you will be able to know how many people actually like chocolate, isn't it? So it's about half of the 96. So it's half of the 96. So you work it out. What's the answer? Okay. Mango. What about mango? Mango seems like, oh, mango and pineapple seems like they are of the same size, isn't it? So if this is 1/4, what fraction is mango? I leave it for you to decide on that. And then from here, you gotta say which two flavors, when added, equal the popularity of strawberry. By looking at this, they say which two adds up to become almost as popular as strawberry. Okay, by looking at the chart, you will be able to solve them again. Then they say, according to the pie chart, is it true that chocolate is about 4 times as popular as pineapple? Again, I leave it to you to decide on that, and we'll discuss this further. Okay. Then next part is talking about the number of hours uh, Philip spent doing on each day. So each sector represent 1 hour. Each unit represent 1 hour. So from here, you will be able to find out how many hours he spent sleeping, how many hours he spent studying, eating, playing, sports, watching TV. Okay, the answer all this question accordingly is quite straightforward. And the next one is actually what you need to record down. Okay, you have Philip's one. So now you have to record down. So this is my recommendation. Again, it might be different. I leave it to you to decide. I give you some component that you can consider, like online learning, gaming. Some of you may be involved in gaming, exercise, household chores, social connection with your friends, or others. So put them into in terms of hours, and then from here, do a color, a shading using the various color. Write down the component's name as what, like what Philip did. Okay. Moving on to dot plot, page 88. Okay, dot plot is a wonderful tool to tabulate results, especially when the results are very close to each other in terms of scores. Like for this case, Jay actually he actually did a survey to find out the results when he threw 3 dice. So recorded down the scores, and he actually did it how many times? You will be able to find out. Oh, 40 times stated here, 40 times. So this is the result, and then from here you got to answer the questions. You say which score occurs the most frequent. Yeah, what was the frequency of the second most frequent? What was the frequency of the second most frequent score? So what's the frequency? You got to write down how many times it happened for the second most frequent one, and then which score occurs 2 times. So which scores, so there's more than one answer, occurs 2 times. So you got to record down which are the results. Seems like there are 4 of them, isn't it? Which scores did not appear at all in this sample? Yep, there are quite a number of them that did not appear. So write down. Explain why the score 10, 11, 12 account for 50% of the results. Think about it. There is a good reason why you can get 10, 11, and 12 when you throw three dice. There is a reason. Okay, so think through why is that so. Okay, and then another question about the results of students who took a quick quiz about Australia. So they've recorded the score. One student scored 5 marks, another student scored 20 marks, and the rest all range from 11 to 16. So 13 correct answers was the most common score. Look at it. Is it true? Is it not true? Leave it for you to decide. Most scores were between 11 and 16. Is it true or not true? Okay, or false? Leave it to you again. 5 and 20 were scores apart from the main cluster. Is it true or false? 30 people took part in the quiz. Again, go and find out whether it's true. Okay, so I've given you some work on my online. Complete them. Those are those are activities that are quite related to what you are doing today. Okay, if you have any issue, drop me a note on Teams or direct message. Okay, bye bye.